These rumors really need to stop. They honestly do. I'm so tired of seeing people make this claim because it is absolutely fucking retarded on so many levels, and I'm going to explain to you why. This week, more rumors arose surrounding the possibility that Nintendo will reveal new hardware at E3 this year. This could have simply been a redesign for the Wii U, but you know that this wouldn't be news unless it was regarding a new console entirely. This shit came from an IGN podcast, and you won't believe who said this so recklessly. The senior vice president of IGN. What the fuck, man? He pretty much stated that his sources were confirming new hardware to be revealed at Nintendo's E3, but of course, Nintendo quickly struck this down as bullshit rumors. A lot of people have been saying a new console from Nintendo is already on the way, particularly big websites, which boggles my mind. If I recall correctly, GameSpot did a shitty video, an article regarding new Nintendo hardware, and Inside Gaming predicted that a new Nintendo console will launch within the next 2 fucking years. So now, I'm here to explain once and for all that despite the shitty reception of the console from gamers and the poor sales of the system, Nintendo will not be dropping Wii U support prior to the launches of the next generation of consoles. And before you leave a stupid comment, hear me out. I hope for most of you it's pretty obvious that heading into this year's E3, Nintendo isn't going to announce a new console. If they were announcing something as massive as a new console, and regardless of your opinion on Nintendo, that would be major news. They would want to have a strong physical presence at E3, like an actual press conference, and wouldn't be hosting a digital event. Nintendo Direct works, because in those, they just show off games. Announcing a new Zelda via stream, that works. Showing off a console? No fucking way. We've already seen from previous console generations that dropping support is a horrible idea, because it not only shows that as a company you have no clue what you're doing, but it also causes consumer mistrust. If there's one constant with every generation, it's that when you buy a console, you're almost guaranteed support for that console for years. It's an investment. If you drop a console, you're essentially saying, fuck that guarantee, we fucked up, buy our new console, more money please. This is more financially damaging to any company than a struggling system ever could be. Just look at Sega for fuck's sake. Sega dropped the Saturn, so when the Dreamcast came out, consumers lost faith in them and the system tanked, despite the fact that it was a very good console. You don't just fuck the 6 million people who've invested money into your system just to appease a bunch of fucking keyboard warriors on the internet who weren't even going to buy your system in the first place because they're fanboys of the competition. Nintendo aren't that stupid. Ignoring that, just think about the games they already have in development for the Wii U. We got Mario Kart 8 releasing this month, which is going to move systems, as well as Smash, Bayonetta 2 and X releasing sometimes within the next year. Those are just the games we know about that have been officially revealed. We already know there's a new Zelda coming, and it's going to be shown off at E3 this year, and I genuinely think that a new Metroid and Star Fox, and even possibly an F-Zero are already in development. Are you really going to tell me that before those games even come out and definitively prove whether or not the Wii U is dead in the water, Nintendo is just going to outright lose faith in the console and drop it after a few years on the market? They aren't that fucking stupid. Every company has a long-term plan. Even if shit heads south, they aren't just going to abandon shit. And just consider the PS3 for a minute. Everybody said the PS3 and the PlayStation brand were done when that console launched. And now look at how well it did. I've said this before, you can't assume success of a system based on a year's worth of data. Generations last for much longer. Whether you like the Wii U or not, it's here to stay. Nintendo made a lot of mistakes with the console, that's for sure. They should have dropped the gamepad and secured more third-party support, but they made their bed now and aren't just gonna set it on fire and make a new bed because they fucked up. Even with the poor sales of the Wii U so far, I still believe Nintendo can salvage the console. As I always say, games sell systems. Sure, it may not have the most powerful hardware, but they undoubtedly have the strongest exclusives in the industry, bar none. And Nintendo is already taking steps to help boost the Wii U sales. The Mario Kart 8 bundle is excellent value, and I'm going to be buying that bundle. I'm serious, I'm buying a Wii U because of that bundle. That is a step in the right direction. That will help the sales of the system. I still don't think the Wii U is going to win this generation, but it's still far from failure. And if they have a brain, they won't drop the Wii U. So, to the people who keep saying that, you really need to shut the fuck up.